What is up, guys? It's the Carnivore back at you with another one. Today we got 9 hidden base locations on official PvP. The bed's working all of them. There's only one that's going to be kind of iffy, and that's going to be number 3. It definitely leads to the mesh, but other than that, everything else works great. Everything else works fine. So sit back. Hope y'all enjoy the video. And without further ado, let's jump right into it. Here we are, location number 1, 75.4, 20.4, and this guy is probably one of my favorite bases on the list, base locations on the list. It's definitely not the best one on the list. There's definitely bigger ones, definitely ones for, you know, a 6-man, a 7-man, but this one in particular, this will fit probably a solo to a trio. And again, as we were flying up on it, you could tell it's really hard to see. You're gonna have to get right up on top of it, you know, to even know that there's anything there. Yeah, I know there's gonna be comments. We got tech suits, tech visors, we can see everything. Yeah, that's all well and good, but the center is a huge map, guys, and I think that's what really plays into your advantage, especially with a base spot like this. It's out of the way. It's in one of those hidden little spots. But again, here's the chords one last time, and let's get ready and jump into this next base location. Next up, we have 75.8, 20.7, and this one, guys, is right next to the one that we just looked at, the first one on our list. I think my only issue with this one is probably the fact that it's more of a solo spot. It's definitely hard to see, as you can tell right now, but it's definitely a solo spot. You might be able to cram a duo in here. There's definitely not going to be enough room for any type of raising. Not going to be any room for anything like that, you know, bare necessities. You might be able to raid out of this hole. Like, this is going to be somewhere where you just, you know, you're out raiding, you're coming back and stashing loot. So again, this is probably a spot for like a solo. Outside of that, you're not going to find too much use out of this. Raiding, stashing gear, that type of stuff. There's the chords one last time. Let's hop into the next location. Here we are, guys, 47.8, 5.4. This is location number 3. Again, we were talking about this one in the beginning of the video. This one has a mesh entrance inside of the cave, okay? But I personally don't view this as cheating as long as you stay in this front part. This has a bigger entrance than most caves, and there's enough room right here where we're at, you know, for a 7-man, 8-man, plenty of room. But you'll see as we go down, this thing cracks open, turns into full all-out mesh. You know, you're under the map, that kind of stuff. And you know, if you're a mesher and this is your kind of thing, you know, I guess you just got lucky and stumbled upon this video and found, you know, another mesh entrance, of which there's like thousands here on the center. So, you know, again, this is not cheating in my mind, as long as you stay up here towards the front. Like, once you go down that hole and you're in the mesh, okay, now you're cheating. But enough room for raising, breeding, all kinds of things in here, guys. Can fit plenty of tribe mates. Here's the chords one last time. Let's go ahead, let's jump into this next location. Location number 4, guys, 23.8, 9.3. This one, again, this is like how the title says, you know, this is just hidden. This is just a hidden one. It's not in any type of rat hole, any type of anything like that. Plenty of room for a solo, duo, trio. As you can see, opens up pretty good, but there is 2 entrances. You see this one off to the right, then back towards the left. So there are 2 entrances. That's something to be very aware of. But from the outside, unless you have the tech helmet on, you're probably not going to see this. I mean, if they're flying around with like a parasaur or something, like old school, and they're really dedicated, yeah, you know, they might ping you or your dinos if they're out in there. Beds work, but here's the chords one last time, and then we're gonna move to the next location. 37.0, 26.3, guys. Here we are at the next location. This is more of one of those just out of the way spots. Again, I know we're gonna be in the comments talking about tech helmets, talking about we can see it, blah blah blah, you know, blase blase. I know all this, everyone else knows all this, but again, this is just hidden. This is just out of the way, you know. I've been in spots like this for months where people just never find me. Eventually, yes, you will be found, but for the time being, to build up, you know, for you and your buddies to have a little bit of fun, get stuff ready to move to a better spot, this is that type of spot, guys. But here's the chords one last time. Let's jump into that next location. 17.8, 47.3, and I'm not gonna lie, guys, this spot is probably not the best one on the list. It's probably the worst one on the list, But I personally like this spot. I don't know what it is. I think it's just because the lava right here. It's just because it's a nice cozy little cubby hole. You can definitely fit like a duo, trio in here. But again, you can see like it's hidden, but it's just not like super hidden. Anybody who is like looking, like seriously looking, is probably gonna find this spot. This is not the best spot on the list, but again, I just wanted to include it because of how cozy it is, how nice and tucked away it is. You definitely have to be down here in this little lava pit to be able to see it unless you have tech. But again, you know, nice little spot. You can fit a duo, a trio, plenty of room for building and stuff like that. There's the chords one last time, on to the next. 17.7, 49.2. This one, guys, I really like. It's right next to the other spot. Again, this is one of those ones where you're definitely gonna need, you know, flyers or a tech suit to raid it. You could walk up, I guess, underneath on a giga, but while our turrets are taking you, the lava's still taking you. You can use your soakers on the lava, but again, while our turrets would be draining you, the lava would be draining you. So this is a really good spot. You can fit a duo, you know, trio, plenty of space right there, nice and tucked away. You might see it, you know, with a tech helmet or something like that, but again, it's really out of the way. You don't see it from the outside unless you're flying into this little cubby. Lava up underneath for an extra layer of cushion when you're being raided. Here's the chords one last time, guys, and we're gonna move on to the next. Next location, 74.7, 87.4. And again, guys, as the title states at the beginning of the video, just a hidden base location. We don't see this one from the outside. Definitely, you know, gonna need a tech visor or something to see through the wall so that we can see what's in there. But as you can see right now, you got to come up, back, over, underneath, and we're finally going to see our little cliff plat up in here. Plenty of space to work with in here. You know, you could probably put this cliff plat a little lower, but you know, no one from the outside is going to see this unless they're in a tech helmet or, you know, old school again, flying around with a parasaur or something like that. Very hard to see, blends into the environment. You could probably stay here for months before somebody actually finds you, as long as you're careful with it. Fit a duo, trio. The bed works, but here's the chords one last time, and let's move on to the next location. Here we are at our last location, 91.6, 77.4. This follows our hidden base theme, guys. Like, this one is hidden, it's out of the way. You're not gonna see it in passing. It's one of those ones you actually got to be looking for. Yes, I know, tech helmet, you will see it, you know, but not everybody has the tech helmet. So let's go ahead, let's hop up in here. As you can see, plenty of room, hidden away, enough room for a solo, duo, trio. You can raise in here. You have all your necessities raid out of here. But anyways, guys, I appreciate y'all taking the time for watching. If y'all enjoyed the video or found it helpful, please leave a like, subscribe, so y'all are aware next time another one drops. But other than that, here's the chords one last time for this last spot, and I hope y'all have a spectacular day.